7 GTA protagonists who have caused the most mayhem. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to GTA 6 Hub. Number 7. Claude, Grand Theft Auto 3. The GTA series' first foray into 3D gaming centered around Claude, an arch-criminal who doesn't even speak. Liberty City, by and large, doesn't seem like a very nice place to live. It can be argued that Claude makes things even worse in this respect, due to the amount of devastation he inflicts on the city as a whole. Claude starts and ends multiple gang wars throughout his stay in Liberty City. The triads, the Leon Mafia, Yakuza, and several smaller gangs are severely damaged as a result of Claude's actions. By extension, the public at large also suffers. Claude, of course, gets his revenge at the end of Grand Theft Auto 3, but the cost is pretty steep. Number 6. Tommy Vercetti, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Whereas Claude is purely a mercenary who works for the highest bidder, Tommy Vercetti from Grand Theft Auto Vice City has a more concrete plan for the future in mind. He originally starts as a member of the Forelli crime family, but eventually builds enough power and influence in Vice City to strike out on his own. Tommy's rags to riches rise to power is paved with plenty of blood too, even though he makes several allies along the way. Tommy ruthlessly eliminates rivals who stand in his way, including former friends like Lance Vance. Everything culminates in a spectacular shootout in Tommy's mansion, which concludes with the former 2-bit mobster becoming the undisputed crime boss in the city. Number 5. Carl C.J. Johnson, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. To say that Carl Johnson has a rough go of things in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas would be an understatement. Throughout the events of the game, Carl is manipulated by several slimy individuals to do their bidding. As a result, it's the more satisfying when CJ is finally able to get out from under the thumb of his various manipulators. Carl's quest to restore the Grove Street families to their former glory isn't pretty. Along the way, Carl brings down corrupt police officers, rival gangs, and even friends who betrayed him. Furthermore, CJ's misadventures aren't confined to Los Santos alone, but also extend to other places such as Las Venturas. Number 4. Tony Cipriani, Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. Years before Claude sowed the path of destruction across Liberty City, Tony Cipriani made a name for himself using similar methods. Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories depicts Tony's rise to power within the Leon crime family. Tony's journey to greatness, however, was neither smooth nor straightforward. Many of the schemes that Tony is involved with lead to tremendous amounts of mayhem. For instance, he assassinates the city's mayor to make way for a Leon-controlled candidate. Tony even destroys a segment of the city in an effort to wipe out a rival crime syndicate. And that's not even the full list. Number 3. Niko Bellic, Grand Theft Auto 4. Grand Theft Auto 4 introduced a new timeline to the franchise. Unfortunately, the updated rendition of Liberty City proved no less volatile. Despite Niko Bellic's likable nature, his quest for revenge spirals into a much larger conflict that engulfs the entirety of the city's criminal elements. Niko gets involved in a plot regarding stolen diamonds as well as a power struggle between Liberty City's leading mafia families. He also robs a bank, which leads to a colossal shootout with the police department. It's also worth noting that Niko's actions inevitably lead to the death of someone close to him, adding to the personal cost of his decisions. Number 2. Michael DeSanta, Grand Theft Auto 5. Although all 3 protagonists of Grand Theft Auto 5 are worthy contenders for the list, Michael DeSanta certainly deserves a spot. As one of the central characters of the game, players invariably spend a lot of time with Michael and witness firsthand the mayhem he causes on his own. Critically, it's Michael's actions that set the events of the game into motion. In a fit of rage caused by witnessing his wife's infidelity, Michael unknowingly destroys the home of a significant crime boss. To repay the damages, Michael, along with Franklin, embarks on a jewelry store heist, which catches the attention of his former partner, Trevor Phillips. Number 1. Trevor Phillips' Grand Theft Auto 5. No list concerning the Grand Theft Auto franchise and mayhem would be complete without mentioning Trevor Phillips. Trevor is arguably the series' most colorful and unhinged protagonist. He often willfully commits acts of destruction for its own sake and revels in it. Trevor's sins are plentiful, from stomach-churning acts of torture to breaking into government facilities with his friends. Trevor is essentially chaos personified in Grand Theft Auto 5. It's not a stretch to imagine that GTA fans won't forget this character anytime soon. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.